someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, January 24th. I've got good news. The weather warms up over the weekend, but I've got bad news. It turns really cold again next week. A lot to talk about. Let's go in there and do it. We'll start with the water vapor satellite view this morning. Mean trough in the east. That is the delivery mechanism for the cold air. And a big ridge in the west. That's the reason they are warm and dry. Ooh, boy, look at all the single-digit temperatures. Now, these are at 5 o'clock. These are not lows. These were just a snapshot right before the sun was up. Many spots will see lows below these values. The coldest spot on that map was Haleyville at 7. Our observer at Black Creek, north of Gadsden, Vic Bell, has 5. That's the lowest I've seen this morning. Now, down here, we've got mostly middle teens. Not quite as low as forecast because we had some clouds that kept in overnight, but still, it's cold enough. Eastern half of the nation, it's going to be a frigid Friday. But again, thankfully, we'll see at least a temporary warm-up over the weekend. Up north, winter weather advisories for Ohio, Indiana, parts of Kentucky, the adjacent states for some snow there. Down here, still got winter storm warnings this morning for southeast Texas and parts of Louisiana. Had some pretty decent little snow falling in that region late last night. The counties in blue in Alabama, that's the hard freeze warning for this morning. We'll need more of those next week, unfortunately. Looking for snow, there's your better bet today. This is the chance of greater than 1 inch of snow. Clearly, that's going to happen up north, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Detroit, cities like that. But around here, we're dry today, and we really stay dry. This is for the next 5 days. This carries us through Wednesday morning of next week. Nothing, not a flake or a drop of rain for the northern half of Alabama. The end of next week, though, remains up for debate. What happens a week from today? Let's go in there and take a look. Modeling, this is the GFS, the Global Forecast System, the 06Z run, valid at 12 noon today. This is at 500 millibars. The wave that brought the cold air today, moving off the Atlantic coast. That's a really cold air mass. The sky will be sunny, and we stay cold, but at least the wind not bad. Wind will be light today. The GFS printing a high of 32, the NAM 33. Areas up north will stay in the 20s all day, like Cullman and Huntsville. For the weekend, yeah, we warm up. Thickness values are coming up. Tomorrow morning will be well down in the 20s. The high should be in the upper 40s with a sunny sky. And Sunday, a chance we see low 50s. Hey, sounds pretty good, doesn't it? The GFS printing 53, the NAM is at 50. But don't get used to it. Monday, here comes our next surge of cold air. Big old nasty 1047 high nosing down into the United States. Monday should be a day with falling temperatures. We'll probably reach the mid to upper 40s maybe at midday, but I think we begin to fall back maybe into the 30s by mid to late afternoon with a good north wind developing. Here's Tuesday, the mean trough reestablishing itself. Down below that, that's cold air. The latest GFS printing a high of 31 Tuesday after a low Tuesday morning of 15, and the wind is going to be up. The wind chill index would be in the single digits much of the day if this is right. This is Wednesday. The latest GFS printing a low of 8 for Birmingham. Yep, 8. And the high only at 32. So this could be a setup here where we go below freezing Monday night and we stay there until maybe Thursday. There's a look at the temperature plot coming off the buff kit. You can see the weekend warm-up and the deep freeze next week. And that's impressive to me. Look at that. Goodness, that's the 500 millibar pattern Wednesday evening of next week. And, yeah, I hate to say it. You know, it's so sad. The media takes terms that are normal. They hype it up and distort it, and we don't like to use it. But the polar vortex, there it is, up there just northeast of Hudson Bay. That's a nasty-looking cold pattern for the eastern half of the nation. We'll go to the end of next week. Now, this is when everybody, is getting exciting, the snow lovers. We've seen evidence of something out here, but ooh, what a disappointment. The GFS bone dry on Friday, January 31st, but the Europeans still got it. Little impulse from the west producing some light precipitation. The question is, will it be rain or snow? And quite frankly, the thermal fields look a little too warm for snow here. That would suggest mostly rain during the day Friday. Now, if this can crank up Thursday night or maybe early Friday morning in the pre-dawn hours, there could be a little window for some wintry precipitation, but it could be in the form of sleet or freezing rain here. There's a peek at the snow cover coming off the European Valid Friday, showing a little bit here. But again, just don't get too excited about this if you're a snow lover. Just something to watch. But I have a funny feeling if we see anything, it might be more in the form of freezing rain or sleet Friday morning. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll go into February. This is the 4th. That looks wet with a cold front coming in. The next day, we'll get a quick-hitting pop of cold air. And then on the 8th, and notice how the pattern's kind of flipping here. Instead of that big trough over the east and the ridge over the west, the flow is more zonal. Energy just northwest of here, a surface low near Memphis, and that would be wet and maybe stormy if this is right. So evidence clearly suggesting maybe the first part of February not as cold as what we're having right now. Of course, that's a pretty safe bet considering how cold it is. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.